A new beta for iOS 27 is just around the corner, and it should bring some really great updates and some really nice new features. Now, we have a lot of features that we have heard about that have been leaked and reported coming to the new iOS 27 that actually haven't been released with the first beta. And these are some really big new features, and they're most likely coming with the next few betas. A lot of them probably with the second beta. Now, the first one we can talk about here is the new camera app. Now, you can see the camera app on iOS 27. This is it. It's basically very similar to the one on iOS 26. Now, we know that there's a new camera app coming, not necessarily very different on the UI look, but it will have the ability for you to customize the toggles and the controls, what they call widgets, that you use on your camera app, like having right here the buttons that you actually need. So right here, when we go to the buttons, you can see we have all the different controls that we can have on the camera app, but with this new update, we should have the ability to actually have a list of them displaying right here, so we'll have quick access to those ones that we actually need. That is actually a great feature and will improve the camera app a lot for iOS users and make it, of course, faster, much easier for you to access the tools that you actually need. So that is possibly one of the new features coming to iOS 27 Beta 2. Now, with iOS 27, of course, we have seen a ton of new features, a ton of upgrades and changes for Siri. But something that we know it's coming, that it's not actually here yet with the first beta, is extensions for Siri, basically a system that Apple is building for Siri. It will let you use any AI through Siri on iOS 27, basically allowing you to choose the extension that you want to use and what you want to actually do. That is another feature most likely coming really soon. Again, we have talked about this even on previous videos, and once you talk about new features coming to an update, usually most of them will come with the first beta, but there will be a ton of them that are really important that will be released with the next betas. Of course, not everything is ready for the initial beta, so on beta 2, most likely we'll see other new features added to Siri. iOS 27 should also bring a new undo and redo button to the customization screen on the home screen. This allowing users to quickly move between different setups, or if you make like a change by mistake, you will be able to actually go back to your previous setup. That should be part of this screen right here, the customization screen, and we have seen this feature being reported, and I believe it's part of iPadOS 27 right now, but not on iOS 27. This is actually a really great change. It will help you a lot while customizing your device, and when making like different mistakes, it allows you to quickly fix them by undoing or redoing what you're actually doing right here on the screen, which is really awesome. Another feature that most likely is coming with the second beta. Now, what we have seen here with iOS 27 are the full screen widgets, which are actually really cool. A widget that will cover the entire home screen of your device. Now, currently we have that for the weather app and the reminders and the music app. I believe hopefully with the second beta we will see a lot more of those widgets. They're actually really good. They make the home screen actually look totally different, but also they're very useful as they will allow you to display way more information on your home screen. Now, another feature coming with iOS 27 Beta 2 most likely will be modular watch faces for your Apple Watch. That's something that has been reported as well, but it's yet to be released on the betas of iOS 27, most likely part of the second or the third beta. Now, before we move on and talk about the release date and what to expect next from iOS 27, you can see right here, this is the performance, basically the Geekbench test for iOS 27 Beta 1, 3,740 on the single core score, which is amazing, and 9,829 on the multi-core score. Now, this is the first beta and is very comparable to the last few updates of iOS 26. and this will of course get much better with the next few betas. Now on the other side, the battery life is actually even better. Taking a look right here at the battery life, you can see just today was 64% battery, 8 hours 33 minutes, and this is just a beta 1. Beta 2 should be even better when it comes to battery. You can see here some battery times that are actually really good, even though it's just a first beta of such a major update. But when to expect the second beta of iOS 27? Well, we know that for the first 5, maybe even 6 betas, Apple will go on a 2-week schedule. So the 8th was the first beta. The 22nd will be the time that Apple releases the second beta for iOS 26. Now after that, the 6th will be the day that Apple releases the third beta, and most likely the 13th or the 14th of July will be the time that Apple will release also the first public beta for the new iOS 27. And now that we know the new features and changes that might be coming to the new beta 2 of iOS 27, the problem here is whether you should update or not. Well, of course, if you have already updated to the first beta of iOS 27, I suggest you go ahead and update to the second beta. You get more new features and of course, most likely an even better battery life and even faster performance. Even though iOS 27, even on beta 1, has actually been amazing on both performance, stability, and also the battery life, which is very unusual when it comes to first beta of a major release. It is actually really surprising to see how well Apple has done with this beta. And if you're still on iOS 26 and you're planning to update to iOS 27 with the release of the second beta, you might be wondering whether that's the right time to update or not. Well, it might be like this is the first time on a beta stages like of a major update that I would say I'd suggest you update, because you probably won't even notice that you're on a beta. That's how good iOS 27 beta 1 has been for me and my device. It has been running really smooth. Actually, I've been on betas with iOS since like iOS 6, and this is far more stable than any other beta that I have tested. Again, it looks like a beta of 26.5 maybe or 26.6. It is actually that stable. So yes, if you want to update, you can go ahead and update without a worry, without even having to wait for the public beta. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.